Democrats are just not offering anything to people. And Trump is hilarious. I mean, Adrienne, vote for him.
I mean, I made a lot of fake votes. Yeah, fake names, so I could vote for him a couple times.
Oh, like you had different like identities.
Wow. Ooh, this microphone smells terrible.
This one doesn't smell that bad.
Yeah, I think I got switched. I'm not going to give you who was the last guest on the show.
Oh, Stinky McPoop.
No. Oh my God.
Get another mic.
Oh, sorry.
Pete, what did you do with that?
Who was the last guest on the show? Was it Mike Racine? Oh my God. I'm not even. This is not a bit that I'm. Smell this.
I don't want to. My girlfriend does that all the time. She's like, "This is the worst smell in the world. Smell this," and I'm like, "I'm not. I don't want to."
But you have to.
No, why?
That's how it works.
She said it's the worst
If
in the
she
world.
loves you, she wants you to share in it.
No, she She also her like.
I'm like, is it my hands? Did I put my hands in something?
Shit.
It's probably you, dude.
It's not.
Oh, you know who used that?
Who?
What's his name? Mr. Patel.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get a wipe
Patel.
or something.
Just get another mic, dude. Maybe it's a remnants from when Sav used to fart.
This is like, you remember that time you followed on stage?
Oh my God, he had eaten cod.
He'd eaten cod, and it's so funny because I was like, I know you have a sensitive nose, and there's no way this is bad. And then Joe also smelled it, and he's like, no, this smells.
It smelled so bad.
It's so funny. It's like a red.
Pete, ladies and gentlemen, Pete.
Okay. Are we rocking?
We are rocking.
Okay, welcome to the Adam Friedland Show.
Oh, no,
Special
I'm gassing
guest.
myself with the hand sanitizer fumes.
I like it. It smells good.
Yeah, it's making me dizzy.
Maybe you're pregnant, dude. Maybe your sense of smell is
What are
extra.
you doing trying to take shots and just be Mr. Big Time?
If you got pregnant,
That would be amazing.
I would support you. I would take you
I'd
to
throw you a
Lamaze. I
baby
would
shower.
support you through that pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Adrienne Iapalucci, everyone.
Hi.
You're promoting your new special on Netflix. Give it up for her.
Yes, I'm promoting my new special on Netflix.
I hear it's blowing up.
I don't know if that's true, but thank you. Let's pretend.
Does Netflix give you like the numbers?
No.
Oh.
I kind of don't
interesting.
want them. What if they're like, it's 12?
But then you don't know anybody else's numbers.
You don't
I would
know
be
your-
like fucking 12.
12.
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's better than 11.
And it's Barack Obama.
Give me the names. Yeah.
Yeah, Lance Bass.
Give me their home address. I'm gonna go thank them personally.
Yeah.
What if a chick watched
It's
my
Barack
special?
Obama and then Lance Bass 11 times.
He's a star.
And he
that
keeps
guy.
turning it
Went
off
to
after 5
NSYNC.
minutes.
Didn't he try to go to space after he said he was gay?
I hope he went to space.
I hope he went to space.
Do you remember the series finale of Family Matters?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tell me about it though. I want to know.
Steve Urkel and Laura get engaged. He finally gets the
He
pussy.
finally clapped
Wow, I
cheeks.
didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't know that they
He-
get.
he-
I love
I
that.
love you, Laura.
It would have
And
been
then-
weird if he like just was sexually harassing her the whole show and
And
never
then-
actually got her.
And then
Right?
he just. Her.
The
Yeah.
show
That
would have
was the
been. The show
finale.
would have been.
He's
the
like,
show
I
would have been
finally
a-
got her.
Yeah, and Carl's like, He's like,
Carl
I'm a
arrests
cop.
him.
He's like, I'm a cop. I couldn't even protect my own daughter.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
nobody thinks he could protect anyone.
Yeah.
Didn't he get fucked by Puffy?
Puffy.
Did he?
That's what they say. That Carl Winslow and was violently effed by Puffy.
Oh, I thought it was.
Diddy.
I thought they made love.
No, apparently there was like loud, and then someone walked in the room. They were like, "Is that Carl Winslow from Family Matters?" And
He goes, "Go home, Steve."
That's very good.
Wow. Just because it's loud doesn't mean it was in love.
No, then Diddy turned to the door.
Just
he said,
Urkel nutting all over
and he
his
said,
face.
"He's like,
Did I do that?
he said it's
Go home, Steve." Just cum dripping out of his mustache.
He said nothing feels better than making a beep do something for money. That's what he said to the guy.
What do you think the beep was?
The N.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which one? Which N?
I don't know if it was probably soft.
Probably hard R.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Carl Winslow.
No, it was Diddy saying it about
about him.
yeah, about
Yeah.
Winslow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he said it like he was like a plantation owner.
He's like a cop. Diddy doesn't understand fiction, so
No.
he thought Carl Winslow was real.
Yeah, he's like,
He
you
thought he
should have
was a
protected
cop?
your daughter.
Yeah, he's like, who the hell is Reginald LaVirgin? What's his real name?
Vel
Reginald
Johnson.
Vel Johnson.
Val Johnson.
Reginald Vel Johnson.
Yeah, he has like a fake, like
a
European
French last
name. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
kind of love that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like very very much like
So the series finale, it's a 2-part episode. Is they get engaged and then a man from like the military shows up. I think not even at Steve's house. He goes to the Winslow's house
You
looking
ever
for
see
Steve.
Steve's house? I think you're just.
You do, yeah.
You do.
Yeah, and then looking for Steve. And he says, we need to send a black nerd into space. And so Steve goes into space, and then the spaceship like falls out of orbit.
Wait, are you just making this? Doesn't sound
I'm
real.
100% serious. The series finale of Family Matters, Steve gets lost in space. And then it
Sad.
ends.
It sounds like something that would happen on
It
Alf.
ends with him on TV. You know, they have the live stream from the spaceship, and he's like, "I love you, Laura," as he drifts off into
So
space.
she never marries him.
No, but
think
he
they
gets to clap
save him.
cheeks.
There's a 2-part episode, and
And then he comes back from
then
space.
he does, yeah.
And then they have sex.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's
And
the
it
whole
was-
second
and it was
half
real, too.
Is
It wasn't simulated.
realistic.
It was penetrative.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that.
On a family sitcom too. It was a groundbreaking.
That is
episode, yeah.
groundbreaking. I gotta check this out. I can't believe I haven't seen this.
Mhm.
I met Urkel, the real Urkel, one time at MSG when Chappelle was performing.
Did you tell him about Cool Adam and how that sort of
No,
from
I was
Stefan,
starstruck. I was starstruck.
Like Stefan, like you had your own.
One thing
type of
I've realized
Stefan.
from like doing the show, I don't get like nervous around people. I've only been nervous in the last 5 years around 2 people, and one was when I saw Dice at the stand. I was like, it's him. I was like,
Right.
oh my god, like butterflies.
You were sweating bullets when Jadakiss was here.
Of course, I mean,
I would
that's,
love
yeah,
to. I
That's
wish
3.
Jadakiss was here.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy. He was like,
It's
just
what
drenched.
a big. So Dice, Jadakiss, and Urkel. Those are your 3.
Yeah, all 3 black guys that I
Yeah.
respected growing up.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
the 3 black guys.
Blacks.
The 3 blacks of the apocalypse. No,
it would be awesome if Dice did like an outdoor show. He returns to form. He's like doing,
yeah.
you know, he does some big outdoor arena, and people are like, Dice is back, and then it starts raining, and like, you know, the paint comes off, and he starts revealing that he's a black man.
He's a
underneath.
black guy.
And then people are like, oh my god,
He's doing a white chicks.
race.
Yeah, what
What is race?
It's a social construct.
Yeah, right.
I guess.
This whole time we thought Dice-
Dolezal did nothing wrong.
And that's what stops Trumpism, is realizing that Andrew Dice Clay was actually
mm-hmm.
Steve Urkel.
Well, everyone thought Dice was Italian, and he's not.
He's Jewish.
No, he's not,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of the same thing.
That's where
Mhm.
he crossed the line for me. It wasn't the sexism, but it was the oil face that he was
Mhm.
doing. It was not right. No offense.
Oh no, I don't care.
What part of the boot you from?
No idea.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not super Italian. I just have like a very Italian last name.
So is my girlfriend. She has the last name, but it's only from her dad's dad. But the rest is 75% Irish something.
Right.
Jewish
So I'm also
something.
Hungarian
Hungarian. Viktor
My-
Orban.
for my mother's mother. Yeah.
Really?
So
She made goulash for you?
no, I'm more Italian than Hungarian.
Oh,
But
she
I'm-
made gravy for you?
She made gravy. Yeah.
Oh, nice. My
Nice
mom
sauce.
actually used to make goulash growing up. It was great.
I've never had it.
It's good.
Really
you
good.
should go to Little Poland in the
On
East Village.
2nd Ave. Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna do that, but
Why?
Why?
I don't feel like I'm in the era for trying new stuff.
You don't want to go on a double date
but
with me
it's-
and Nick and get some goulash?
It's lunch. That's not
I'll
really
come with you
trying
guys.
new things.
I like having no culture. I'm just a New Yorker. I'm not Italian or Hungarian.
So what do you just eat, like fucking Pepperidge Farm products all day long? I don't like.
Pretty
There's no
much.
culture.
Yeah, you've cut off all.
I've got no culture.
We're obsessed with culture, me and Nick. Yeah.
Nice. What do you feel is most
I still
cultural
eat
to you?
hamburger,
Israel.
fried chicken,
Israel.
but I use kente cloth to wipe my face.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I get my cultural. I have a kente napkin.
What are you? I don't know. Irish?
He's Irish.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but just like the broad, I'm just a white man. I would say that I identify more as a white man than anything.
How do you feel like it is to be a white man right now?
Oh
Fine.
my God, it's
It's
awesome.
always
Fine.
fine.
We just won.
It's fine, and
The
I'm not
boys
saying
are
that.
doing
I'm not
great.
saying that in a self-flagellating way. I'm
Oh
a
my
white
God.
male millionaire. It's like I'm fine. I'll probably be fine.
Being white.
I think
is
you're
just
only going to
awesome.
do better.
yeah,
For you, I
probably.
think it's like if you're doing fine now, it's going to.
And you want
keep
us to
going
do
up.
fine, and I don't mean as white
Oh,
men.
I do.
mean as a white man under 5'8", because when things are
What
not
do you
going
mean
good for
us?
that
I'm
group.
Not, that's not me.
Wait, are you under 5'8"?
Yes, I'm
You
5'2".
appear taller.
Yeah, I know it's a trick that I play.
It's a trick.
Well, it's working.
He's
You've
wearing
tricked
lips.
me. You've tricked
Mhm.
me.
He's wearing
Well, it
elevator.
only
you're-
works on Hungarians.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
a dumb race. They're
One
very
of the
susceptible
dumbest
to
races.
races.
magic.
Very
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Awful.
love, I also love magic.
awful.
You've
class.
seen The Illusionist, right? So you know that
Yes.
Hungarian prince. He's like, I need to know how the magic is done. That's because it drives them insane.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because they think it's real.
I thought you were at least 5'10", 5'11".
No.
No.
I'm
You're
about
much shorter.
Five. I say 5'3", but it's like 5. It's 4'11 and a half.
Yeah.
Probably.
Wow.
He's Shakira's
so
height.
deceptive.
Yeah, but
Same
when I
height.
tell you,
Shakira's
when
hot.
white guys under 5'8" are not doing well, it's that's where you get Hitler.
I don't know if there was a
Hitler, Putin, MLK.
Hitler was doing
all,
great
you know,
though.
5'7".
How
Hitler
tall
was
is
doing
MLK?
amazing.
He's 5'7".
No.
You look it
Don't
up.
say that about him.
Look it up, dude.
MLK
you
was
can't
also,
say that.
MLK
Look it
was
up.
also
No, it's
pretty short.
not right to say.
Martin Luther King Jr.
No.
Hence the Jr. was 5'7".
Oh, his dad was 6'3"?
His dad was a normal size.
but
yeah.
Junior was 5'8",
Uh-huh.
right on the
Yeah.
Junior.
It's like saying Lil, right?
Mhm.
No, he was not 5'7".
You know how there's Sylvester the cat and then Sylvester Jr. Yeah,
Pete's
that's
got my
kind of
phone.
that was their. If you see them side by side, Martin Luther King Sr. and Martin Luther King Jr., it's very much Sylvester and Sylvester Jr.
Pete, is that 5'7"?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we shouldn't say it
Why shouldn't you say it?
because
He's still a king. He's a tiny king.
I don't know if you should say he's 5'7".
But I did.
He did great
He
things.
did, and I
The
agreed.
Civil Rights Act. I mean, like,
Yeah, then if you're short and you could do something like that, that's even more impressive. The fact that Hitler was so tiny and still had all this power.
so you're
is pretty-
impressed by you're impressed.
I'm
I
very
went to
impressed by
Alcatraz. I was
both
in.
of them.
I
Come
did
on, you
Cobb's
can't.
last weekend, and I went to Alcatraz.
I've been there too.
That was the most. I enjoyed it so much.
It's really bad there.
I like when they let you go in the cell and
and the
close
cells are all for tiny guys.
it. Yeah.
If I'm looking at it, I'm like, if you're 6'2", you would die in here immediately.
You wouldn't die, you'd just be sitting a lot.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be great for your legs.
Mm-hmm.
So you're impressed by Hitler?
I mean, take away the bad
Come on,
stuff.
you don't have to be such free speech comedy right now.
Listen,
Nick and
I
this isn't that
think
kind of show.
I'm just being
We're not
honest.
in Austin, Texas.
The fact that he could garner all that attention and get people to do what he wants is pretty impressive.
Mhm. He was a real showboat. He was a real
Listen, you're
drama
trying
queen.
to say get me to say I hate Hitler. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. So don't even waste your time.
So you think that
MLK was short. Hitler was a powerful man.
you think he put up numbers? That's what you're saying.
He put up numbers.
So you
3
agree-
pointers every day.
You agree
No net.
with the 6 million, but you're impressed by it.
I agree. He killed
Yeah,
all
why
those
would
people.
why wouldn't anti-Semites say that it wasn't real? Why wouldn't they say like that's awesome? It was so many,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why is
was-
it denial? They should be like, he should have finished the job.
But nobody really talks about Stalin, and he killed way more people.
He
People talk about
didn't
Stalin.
kill him.
But when people talk
people
about
say that they
Hit-
go,
he-
oh,
they
well,
did-
nobody
Hitler-
talks about
Hitler's
Stalin or Mao.
always
It's like
the
people
person that they
constantly
reference as
talk
the-
about Stalin or Mao.
they do, but Hitler is the guy that you think of when you think of someone that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's the guy you use.
Because
Well,
it's easier.
10
It's
million
easier to understand. It's like, okay, so Stalin killed 20 million people. What
Or
kind
20
of
million,
people?
yeah.
You're like, oh, well, they're like Lien's Cossacks, and you're like, there's too many letters in whatever.
Yeah, I don't
that
even know
race
what that is.
I don't
Yeah.
like.
I just
Jews,
want
it's
Stalin
4
to-
letters.
That ain't
it's
white
easy.
to
I just
me.
want Stalin
There are
to get
plenty
his
of 'em here.
flowers.
You
That's
can
it.
kind of see yourself doing it. That's, I think, the main thing with
Is
Hitler.
that you're
Is you're
jealous.
like, I couldn't be that bad. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So-
he really blacked
and
out on
he
that one.
fucking went.
He popped all
crashed
the way
out,
off.
and yeah. And so it's more. It's like when you
Man,
watch a
I-
video of a drunk person
You're
having a
very
meltdown in
unappreciative right
public. You're like, oh, that could have been me. You know what I mean? And so
Yes.
that's what resonates with people when they see Hitler, because there's something about him that makes them disgusted with themselves. Whereas I have no idea. Stalin killed 20 million people, and it's like
Give Stalin his flowers.
he could have
He
killed
didn't
20
kill
million
them.
aliens.
He
It
sent
doesn't.
them.
They still
He
count.
sent them to go fight in the war, and they all died, and it won the war.
You're not going to get me to hate Stalin either.
I don't. I love the man.
Mhm.
He's a great man.
Have you
also
seen
small.
young Stalin? Look up a picture of
Oh,
young
I
Stalin.
have a joke about how hot he is. He's delicious. The hottest guy I've
he
ever
looks like
seen.
Nick.
No, you
Stalin
don't.
is better looking than you.
We don't look.
I
the
don't
same.
Young
know.
Stalin looks like Nick, and young Trotsky looks like me.
I just have a mustache and he has glasses.
I don't think you
Look
guys
it
look
up,
either
dude.
of
People have
them.
made memes
You know how
about
tall
it.
Stalin was?
I know he was also short.
5'4".
Disgusting. But I would
Damn.
have still had sex
Yeah.
with
Damn.
him.
And he had a like a
You would've
fucked
rode
up
him
leg
like a bike?
also.
Yeah, I would have let him. I would have given him a ride on
He
my
had-
back.
he had like
I
a
would have carried him around after.
You would have done.
he had like a
On my-
club foot too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get me to hate
He'd, like,
Stalin either.
You know,
He went to.
You guys are trying to get me to hate all these men.
I'm
that
not
I
trying
love.
to get you. I'm giving you information. I'm not trying to.
I
do
knew
anything.
he's short. I knew all of them are short.
Mhm.
Oddly enough, Mao 6'5".
Really?
Yeah.
Not attracted to him at all.
Yeah.
Come on. The
He was
man
a
was
big-
he was undeniable.
He was like a big burly.
I want a short dictator.
Mm. Yeah.
5'5". Nick, you're lying on his ass.
I'm not lying on his ass.
Why? That's
just-
what happens.
He gets
to
an extra inch from the prosthetic, the
Soviet
orthopedic shoe
socialists.
he had to
are,
wear.
You know, come on. I'm a tanky. You know that, dude. You
Okay.
can't be saying a 5'4" is a 5'5" is a 5'4".
All right.
You're trying. That's revisionist, bro.
All right.
Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about something called cornbread.
Why?
Jiffy cornbread, 75 cents. It'll
Jiffy
feed a
cornbread is
family.
the best.
It is. When I lived, do you know who Chris Cubis is?
No.
He's an Austin
From Austin.
comedian, but I lived with him, and he's like, yeah, it's 75 cents. You can eat for fucking 3 days, and I'm like, this is like what Civil War soldiers would have to do.
I mean, we ate that as kids, so yeah.
But that's it. Cornbread,
No, but you
nothing
could
else.
eat
Cornbread
it.
tastes delicious.
It's
It does,
delicious.
but
Yeah.
that's your only meal for 3 days in a row is a tin of cornbread.
That's
that
what
costs
she's saying
75 cents.
in her poor ass family, not
Okay.
us.
All right.
Right.
We were eating
My favorite thing
Lunchables.
about Nick is like when I think of you, I just think of you living with those Asians.
That was a long time ago.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but I still love that idea of
Yeah.
you just being in
You know
a
what's funny is
closet.
people grow.
people would talk about that had like an intervention, and people
Why?
acted like it was this absurd thing, which was bizarre to me for two reasons. One, because it's like,
racist.
well, yeah, it's because okay, so there's was like, I think she said something to the effect of, she was like, hey, do you want to have lunch and meet? And I was like, oh, maybe this is about putting a show on in the creek.
Right.
She's like, you can't be living like that
With
you know?
those people.
And I
Why?
was like, why? And she's like, well, that's not how humans live. And
That's how they're living.
I'm like,
now.
there's a billion Chinese people living
Yeah.
like that down there. But what was funny, there was a female comedian named, I think her name was Amy Jans, something like that. She did open mics, she'd do shows. That she could, I don't know if she continued doing comedy or not. But like one day I was like leaving my building and I ran into her and I'm like, do you also live with a Chinese family? And she was in even more. I mean, she was in like a box basically. She was like their pet, and like nobody. They would see her around. Nobody said anything.
Nobody
about her.
wants to help women though.
That's
You got to
true.
be honest.
Well,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Chinese do. Obviously.
Don't they
Nick
kill
needs
all
help.
don't they kill all the women in China, or they stopped doing
They
that? The
stopped
baby
doing
girls?
that. Now
Stopped.
they've created. Now they have like population collapse because there's no pussy for Chinese
Mm,
Yeah.
because they all wanted sons.
right,
Yeah,
Well, apparently,
which was good for the economy. Obviously, it made a lot of sense. They can make stuff now,
right.
but now they, no pussy for Chinese.
apparently after the war broke out in Ukraine, there was just a run on mail order brides from Ukraine in China. A
Oh,
lot of them are
that
over
actually
there
is great timing.
because they
though.
were like they're considered to be the most beautiful and the most resistant to feminism. That's in China at least.
right.
That's
But
what they
I
think.
like the timing of that.
Yeah, maybe they were behind. Maybe they're like, Vlad, do us a solid. Invade the
these-
hottest girl country for us.
Mhm. And then we'll have them here in China
And we'll
now.
go in. Yeah, okay, guys. Cornbread is actually not that you think of the food, but it's actually perhaps also a natural and healthier way to experience carefree relaxation. Cornbread's THC gummies offer a balanced sense of happiness and relaxation. America's first USDA organic THC edible, proudly grown in Kentucky. 1-to-1 THC CBD ratio, perfect for taking the edge off without making you feel anxious and paranoid with like another cannabis edible. Pete, you had one last night? Yeah, it was delicious. Pete had one and he had the...
Pete, do they taste like cornbread? Awesome.
That's incredible. 10 milligrams of the THC per gummy for those, and it's... Pete, you said that was just the right dose. He said he dosed last night. It was perfect.
10 milligrams is normal, right? There's
For
a
me-
store next to my apartment that sells
10 is...
edibles. I went in, I'm like, what's the lowest dosage? And the lady was like, these ones are like 1,000.
Yeah, it's
That seems pretty high.
Yeah,
it's
and
too much.
I was like, is
It's
that
real
the
drugs.
lowest? And she goes, well, this one's 50. I'm like, that's a huge
It's a huge
difference.
amount.
Maybe she's just seeing if you knew the difference.
50 is a huge amount.
between
too.
numbers.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. What if I was like, 50 sounds bigger than 1,000.
It sounded like she didn't
I don't
know,
think
though.
legally you're allowed to sell weed to somebody who has that problem. You mean if like a guy with Down syndrome went into a bar and he was like, yeah, long day at work. Yeah, serve me up. I think they would be like, you have to leave. I think we would go to jail if we served you.
Yeah.
Can you not serve people with Down syndrome?
I wouldn't. If I was a bartender, I'm like, I'm not going to risk it.
I would.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, I don't
Treat
know.
them as
here's
equals.
I haven't read the
you go, let me
Constitution.
check your ID. And then when he pulls out a Blockbuster card, you say, I'm sorry, sir. This is not.
That guy's my favorite person in the bar. He's staying all night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not me. Not me. All Chinese rail workers. That's what I want in my saloon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hate Down syndrome.
Well, I would say Chinese
kind of
rail
not
workers
that
adjacent.
Yeah. Come on. Just
I don't
look
know
at
if
it.
that's true.
I would say the Down syndrome people are doing a very racist impression of Chinese rail workers. And I don't like
It's not right. We're letting them get away with
These
it.
folks built the trains.
That is true.
Yeah.
They like trains. They're all right. Cornbread uses no harsh solvents like petrochemicals or industrial acids, unlike most hemp THC products. So there's no synthetic ingredients. The Farm Bill, it's compliant with the Farm Bill and legal for adults of over 21 years.
What the hell is the Farm Bill?
The Farm Bill.
That's got to
to
be, just the name makes me think it's 6,000 pages long.
Yeah, I'm not reading that
And,
shit.
and in there, there's like appropriations for building gas chambers for Israel.
Yeah. There's like
It's
another
the Farm
25
Bill.
billion to the Gaza
It's about
war.
farms.
Yeah.
It's
They
weird
added
that it's
a
even
little
in the
bit.
description for these gummies.
What's that?
The Farm Bill.
The Farm Bill and the fact that Israel has the right to defend itself is also in this. I don't know why they would put that in the copy, but listen, I'm going to read whatever the sponsor is going to say.
You got to do that.
If you're looking for a healthier way to enjoy a carefree moment, you have to give Cornbread Hemp a try. They've created the first ever USDA organic THC gummies that are 100% legal. As a special offer for our listeners, you can get 30% off your first order. Just visit cornbreadhemp.com/TAFS and use promo code TAFS at checkout. Again, that's cornbreadhemp.com/TAFS and use code TAFS for 30% off your first order. Cheers to a happier,
I should also make
healthier
it clear. I just
happy
went into
hour.
that store to inquire about these things. I don't actually take any kind of
Yeah, you're not a goofhead.
I don't take any. I'm trying to buy a $15,000 gun, and it's like this insane
What kind of gun
process.
is $15,000?
This like big hunting rifle that I think would be a nice like family heirloom.
Is that the one you sent me?
Yeah, if
And
I
you said
bu-
I'm charging the show for
I
this?
know. I want to blow all my money, and then if I
You
have,
can't even have a gun in New
if
York
I have a
City.
family, I'm like, this is all I'm leaving you is this $15,000 gun.
It's the entire, yeah, and you have to share it.
I love
That's
the
it.
idea of
Yeah,
you
all
getting
8
a
of your
gun and
kids.
giving it to your family
Yeah.
that you
right.
don't even have
Just
yet.
this nice,
I
it's-
know I was a distant father, and I know there are 8 of you, but you have to split the gun.
It's this giant hunting rifle. It's $15,000. I want it.
yeah.
And but yeah, to get a gun in New York, it's insane. You have to like, you can't no drug use for like 2 years. You can't have any felonies. It's like seems unconstitutional.
If you want a gun, I'll get you a gun.
a $15,000 hunting rifle.
I'll get you a $15,000
You
Okay,
have that.
let's
What
set
kind
it
of
up.
money Netflix putting up? Let's
She
talk
just has a-
numbers.
she has a 3D print.
Let's talk numbers.
5 million.
They give you $5 million for that?
5 mil.
No shit.
I'm not supposed to say it.
You're
but
not supposed to say
I'm
it.
pretty proud of it.
So what'd you do the first day you had the money? What
Did they actually give you $5 million?
They gave me $5 million.
That's fucking awesome.
no. You think
I mean,
they
they
gave
could.
me- They could, but they did not give
Yeah,
me $5
they
million.
have that money to give.
Just like I'm not gonna.
isn't
Just like I'm
fluffy.
not gonna buy you.
It's
a
not Joe
rifle.
Coy.
I didn't say buy me the rifle. You said acquire it.
I'm gonna have to do
Yeah.
something for it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you got to do what you got to do, but I'm not going to
It
tell
would be
you what
funny
to
if you
do.
were just trying to be cool, and I'm like, sure, let's set it up, and then I give you the money, and you end up having to spend like $100,000 to get this rifle.
This
and you're like, I
rifle?
just don't want to look like a fraud. And then you go to prison for like what are they called? Straw purchases.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know
When
what straw purchase.
straw
is.
purchases, if like you buy a gun in another state, you're like, oh, it's for me, and then you send it to your cousin in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll get you a gun probably in Pennsylvania. You're gonna have to come to Pennsylvania
well,
to
that's
get
a
it.
straw purchase. That's
Yeah,
like a
that's what I'm gonna
serious-
actually
yeah,
do.
Yeah,
So that's your premeditated plan.
but do you
Yeah, I
have?
didn't know it was a
do you
straw
have
purchase when I thought
Are you
about
a
it.
citizen of PA or?
Am
Yeah.
I a citizen of Pennsylvania?
Yeah, you have to have a like. You
the
can't, if you go
Commonwealth.
to a gun,
No, but I feel like it's not gonna be hard.
it is.
I'm gonna get a fake ID.
Okay, all right,
None of this is gonna be legit.
all right.
I
you got to
didn't
go
say
to
that I was
St.
gonna do
Mark's
it the
place
right
Well, I
and
will
get a
not
fake
be.
ID.
I will not be doing any of this when the inevitable investigation comes.
This is crazy.
What?
You're not gonna take my gift.
Well,
You're like one of those
if I
rappers
did,
that's.
But you don't know.
they would just come to my house and take the gun, and I go to prison for 10 years.
You're like a rapper who describes their crimes in detail and then gets arrested for that exact crime, and then they use it as evidence.
Did you see this?
You know this guy YNW Melly?
Did you see the black nerd that got arrested for printing his own guns?
Really?
His name is Dexter. It's
No.
that bad. Yeah. It's a middle-aged black guy named Dexter who was in Bushwick just 3D printing guns and posting them online. He's like, look at these assault rifles I made.
Do they work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kicked down his door, fucking arrested him. He just got sentenced to 10 years.
You should have just shot them to show
my
that
God.
they
No,
work,
he was like
the
very
effectiveness.
peaceful. He's a nerd. He's like a computer programmer.
Yeah.
And he just likes making guns.
That's what
And,
the lawyer said too, and it really didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't. Well, the lawyer went into
Look
the,
at this.
the
His
lawyer
name is
went into
Dexter.
the trial, and he kept fucking like talking about the Second Amendment, which is not like I
You
guess.
can't do that.
Well, yeah, not in a state court. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything.
Especially in a city where it's highly illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even our like replicas, if we took those out on the street, we'd get arrested.
Yeah, I don't even know if you're allowed to have them here, to be honest.
Now
Well,
you're
they-
doing the rapper thing.
They sent them to
Now
us.
you're
I was
doing
like,
the
I'm
rapper
sure if
thing.
this was illegal, they would
Guys,
have a note
please,
on the.
I'm gonna get both of you a gun.
What's the most illegal thing you've done?
Do you have a gun?
I don't have a gun.
Okay, well.
I can. I would use it. I drive in New York City. I would kill everyone.
Yeah.
At the cellar?
Not the cellar. I would be on the highway just shooting everyone.
Oh, on like the BQE.
No, more like the Cross Bronx.
I
or
did
the
Cross
FDR.
Bronx.
I did Comedy Zone in Charlotte.
But I would do it like that, like a rapper. Or
I
just-
did Comedy Zone in
Oh,
Charlotte like 2
sideways.
months ago, and they're pretty like tight with security. They have like a cop there and stuff.
Well,
and
didn't somebody bring a gun
they
there?
pointed out to me, they were like, yeah, that's where the bullet, and they showed me on the stage where the bullet hit the fucking stage.
I mean, it is pretty cool
Yeah.
if it's not that night. you
Yeah,
know?
it was a guy going to kill Craig Robinson, but instead, like, I
He
forget
shot
who
the
else was it. It
wall?
was no, he went to kill Shawn Waynes,
Oh, okay.
but
Well,
instead,
come on.
yeah, or maybe he was trying to kill David Allen Greer, but Bill Cosby
He was just somebody
there.
black. He
There
didn't
was
care
a
who
black
it was.
comic that was
David Allen
supposed to be there, and there was a different black
I
comic.
dated David Allen Greer.
Really?
You did.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hence the
Couple of
need for a
years.
gun, I guess.
Couple of years, yeah.
You were living in color.
That's what they say. Once you go
Yeah. All
black,
color.
you better get a firearm
Yeah.
license.
I had a
You better get
firearm
some-
before.
yeah.
He sold it to me.
David Allen Greer sold you a
Mhm.
gun.
He
used to have a-
bequeathed it in his death.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the love of his
It's a
life.
$15,000 hunting.
15,000.
It wasn't a hunting gun though.
The dream would be a gun that goes from like here to behind Adam's head if I'm holding it,
Right.
and it's got the Gaston end where it's like a big bell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
right.
horn.
Yeah. And I walk around with a pith helmet, and I go, "This is my constitutional right."
Do you want to go on safari, Nick?
Is that where you kill the animal?
No, you just go look at
You
them.
kill your friends.
Oh,
But
then
I have to
yes.
go see my grandma, but it's going to be so like sad seeing a 93-year-old. We should just go on safari while we're there.
Uh-huh.
Your grandmother's 93?
Yeah. She lives in Cape Town.
Oh, 93. Don't you feel like she should be dead?
We're recording.
I know. I want her to hear this.
No, I don't think so. I
She's
think she
wasting
should live. I
everyone's
think she
money.
should-
Maybe
By being
she'll
alive
maybe
still.
she'll
She should live
maybe there'll be
forever.
a hunting accident on safari with grandma.
Come
Now
on,
we're
guys.
talking. Now we're talking.
She's one of the greatest ladies I've ever remember.
It would be funny if you
She said
actually
something
shot your
so-
93-year-old grandma in the head with like a
And then they
like a
charged
bullet
you?
that big.
She said something so mean. She
I was trying to shoot an elephant and I accidentally took off the top half of my grandma's body.
It's not fun. She's a great woman.
Uh-huh.
But when we
And
were
then
there,
the guy driving the golf cart, he's just like, "Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I can't believe, oh my goodness,
Do you think you would pick her body up?
oh my goodness."
Or do
I
you
can't
just,
believe
or do you
what has
just leave
happened.
her on the floor?
she
On the
was
ground.
a divorced woman. She started a business. She raised a family.
What was the business?
She's an art
How to be a
gallery.
whore?
She's like, come on.
Yeah,
How to be a whore is not a business, Adrian.
It is if you're smart.
it was a show on Bravo.
It is if you're
I would
smart.
call it a show, not a business.
Yeah,
How to be? What is the
No.
business? How to be a whore?
yeah. She's just going around in a motorized wheelchair with her legs open. You just
That's
see her
not
pussy.
how you be a whore.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't give it away.
93.
You can't give it away.
At
She's
93.
a brilliant woman, sharp as a tack.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
But she hates my girlfriend though, which is very funny. But yeah, last time we went there, she just immediately just hated my girlfriend. And like if I like went to the beach or something with my girlfriend, she'd be like, "How's your honeymoon?" And I was like, what's going on? And she's like, you spent the day with her.
Does she know how to be?
She was like,
whore?
she was acting like it was like she was competing for like with another
I get that.
lady for me.
She was jealous.
And then I took her out on a date, like
Your grandmother or your girlfriend?
my grandmother, like on a lunch date, and it was cool. We walked to the restaurant, and like everyone there was like, "Oh, it's you," and like one of the guys was like, "This is my girlfriend." This guy named Blessing from, and he was like, "Yeah, my name's Blessing. I'm from Zimbabwe." He's like, "This is the coolest lady in the world." I was like, "Oh, Granny, like you're so popular." He's like, "This is my girlfriend." I was like, "Are you fucking my grandma?" She's 93. It's disgusting.
That.
Anyway, but yeah. So she said to me, she's like, "Tell me, is your girlfriend physically active?" And I was like, "What do you mean physically?" She's like, I was like, "Well, yeah." She's like, grew up like she was an athlete growing up. She's like goes to the gym. She's very, And then she goes, "I think she'll have weight issues later on in life."
She might.
And I was like, "Granny, come on." That's so mean.
She just wants you to know that she might be fat.
Dude, it's really it's so funny that she was just like acting like she had to compete with some other bitch for the most perfect boy.
Is your grandmother in shape?
Is she cheap?
In shape.
Oh, she's 93. I mean, no, yeah, but she's for her age. I mean, no, my I can't. No, they don't listen.
They're not listening.
They're not
to
listening.
podcasts,
She doesn't. She had to build herself into like she wasn't naturally an attractive woman,
right?
And so like
I see why she's insecure though.
She didn't like my mother and now my girlfriend because they're like kind of were just naturally attractive. She has like a kind of she hates women, I think. We were there a couple of years ago during Me Too, and my dad and my sister were getting in an argument. My dad was like, "Those women knew what they were doing going to a hotel room with Harvey Weinstein." And my sister was like, "You fucking bastard, you don't know what." And then she's like, "Can I speak, my grandma?" And he's like, "Yes, let's listen to a lady who's old. She's been a lady for a long time." And she's like, "I've never felt sexism a day in my life." And we're like, "What?" We're like, "Really?" And she's like, basically she said, because she's so incredible and brilliant that she's transcended her, basically her, like disability of being a woman.
But she had a show called How to Be a Whore.
No, it wasn't.
And also, you just said she was ugly, so of course she's not going to have any sexism.
I didn't say she was ugly.
You said she was disgusting.
Also, that in and of itself is a form of
I didn't
sexism.
say she was ugly.
I've never felt any sexism. Meanwhile, her grandson's calling her busted.
Yeah,
I'm not saying she's not. She looks like Meryl Streep.
She's not going to get
She looks
raped.
exactly like Meryl Streep.
She's not going to get raped.
She looks
if she's
1,000% like Meryl Streep, and it's bizarre. She looks like Meryl Streep. Anyway, but yeah, she said, "I've never had a problem with any type of person, no matter male, female. There's only one type of person I don't like." And I thought she was going to say, yeah. And she goes, she said, "Queenie gay men."
Those are my favorite.
That's
people.
what she said. She was her least favorite kind of person.
Those are my favorite.
Well, I don't know. It was a bizarre answer. My dad was like, "Yes, listen to her. She knows what it's like to be a woman." I think he was trying to win the Me Too argument with my sister. It was a hellish car ride.
Oof, that does sound like it.
But I had no part of it, so I was kind of.
You were just silent the whole time.
I was kind of just like, "This is a good one."
That's a good fight.
This will be a good story for Adrienne on the podcast in 8 years' time.
I had a friend whose grandmother just died. She was 97.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he said the family was pretty upset by it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
pathetic.
How?
Pathetic.
She should have been dead like 20 years ago.
Anytime someone acts sad that their grandparents dead, I'm not gonna be like, "I'm so sorry."
The worst part is
they're supposed
with
to
old
die.
people like that. You imagine living that long, and it's like they can tell you about like what life was like in the 20s, right?
If they could speak.
And, well, then you ask them about it, and it's bullshit. I mean, it's just like, "I used to buy milk." And you're like, "Okay, what was Hitler like?" And
they said, "Great."
I had a toy that was a rock. You know, it's like, all right, why are you here? You're
I'm not going to talk shit on Hitler.
You're wasting everyone's
No one's
time.
going to talk shit on Hitler.
A lot of people do. He's got a lot of haters out there.
I've never met any of them. I'm like your grandmother.
You should meet some. They're some of the greatest people.
I was watching audio and video recordings of Teddy Roosevelt from like the 1910s.
I just read the first book of his biography, the Morris one. Yeah,
they're boring.
No, I thought I got the gist. I didn't want to go to book 2, but he's amazing.
Why? Nothing
He
happens.
got so much done in his life.
He
was
did,
like
but he didn't
ADD.
have a. You do get that sense of like, oh, he didn't have a phone. But then it's like,
No, I
the
didn't
stuff
think
he
of
did-
phone.
He did. He wrote like 5 books before he was 30. But then the books are just like basically. He just wrote down what he read on Wikipedia. He went to an
they didn't have
encyclopedia. He went to the
Wikipedia.
library,
No, he
and then
didn't
he
copy.
just copied down
Okay, he
facts.
wrote the definitive naval history of the War of 1812, and it was taught at Annapolis until very recently.
But then you read it, and it's bullshit. It's like this is
Did you
just
read
facts collected from other places.
it's a history.
Okay, but those
Basically,
where do you
this
get that
guy-
information?
He's shitting on
It's
this
not
guy.
like he wrote a.
He's
okay.
shitting on this guy.
And
He's
then
one of the
other-
coolest guys.
But let's get back to the original
Besides
point,
the
which the book
Philippine
itself
stuff-
is highly overrated. The
Morris one?
Yes.
Did
the
you read
Morris-
it?
Yes, I read
Yeah.
the first one, and I said I'm not.
I didn't want to read
continuing.
it. I said I got the gist.
It's boring, and the 90% of it is like,
The
and then he
coolest thing
shot a
about him
buffalo.
is that he was
and then he
born
shot a different type of
and his
animal.
body was lame. I think
Yes.
that's what doctors used to say about like someone, a child with that was a weakling,
Sure.
and his dad said, "Listen, your body's lame. Like
But
you
your
have
mind
to,
isn't.
you have to fucking make yourself a man. Like you have to build yourself up." And so he would just go on expeditions for like 3 months alone into the jungle.
well, he would go
and,
to go to the gym.
His
all
dad
the
just
time.
didn't
He'd go
want
to
to
the
hang
gym
out
all
with
the
He
him.
would go to the gym all the time, and he was like
but
that
he'd
kid.
swim like
he
20
was like
miles.
that-
he was just like
His dad just didn't want him in the house.
He was like that kid from
Probably
Gummo.
was
Please go
annoying.
out.
He was like that kid from Gummo with the spoons in the basement, right? That's how Teddy Roosevelt was.
he
and
was
then,
a great man.
well, and then he got older, and he he went to school, and then he had to box or compete with other boys, and he just got like flummoxed.
I don't think
basically.
that's true.
It's in the book that you read.
Maybe you guys read
His
different
record
books.
wasn't flummoxed. He didn't lose every match.
He did. He realized that at like 140 pounds and 5'9", all of the time he spent building all this muscle over that summer amounted to nothing.
You're acting like he went to Harvard and everyone just beat his ass.
Everyone beat his ass.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
No, he was
I think
always
he got beat up a lot.
he was always
Come
always
on,
like
dude. Why you take his
tough
side
and kind
always?
of a showboat.
because most of the
but
things he say I
He's better
disagree
looking.
with.
He's handsome.
I think you're better looking than him, honestly.
Really? Shut up. Stop it. I wasn't fishing for compliment.
point
This
is
is one of
that-
the most handsome guys
my
ever.
point is that he's
does
going to
look
sit
kinda
here and
like
say the book was
incredible.
great.
Yeah. And his body's
His
great.
book was great.
Tiny
though-
penis. Tiny penis.
He's going to say the book was great,
Uh-huh.
and then say, "Oh, I didn't actually like it." And I said, "Why do you even do
No,
that?"
I didn't read the second and third because I wanted to move on to something else. But I will say this, he also I think that he just got so much shit done that I was impressed. Also, he was the first president to invite a black person for dinner at the White House.
That's in the book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that a pro or a con?
Come on, dude. We're not in Austin, Texas right now doing free speech.
Okay,
It's
I'm
a
just
pro.
I'm just making sure.
Hitler's
I don't
a
know.
con. That's a pro. Booker T. Washington came for dinner. I think it was
What
Booker
did they
T.
serve? Please don't say it.
Cornbread.
Cornbread's delicious.
Yeah, it was Teddy Roosevelt's favorite food.
I would say Teddy Roosevelt sucks.
Come on,
He
dude.
sucks.
Why does he suck?
He just sucks. The guy sucks.
Why does he suck?
Because he likes black people.
No, because he's like
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's
autistic,
racist.
obsessive guy.
He got shot and finished a speech.
So did Donald Trump.
Right.
No, he had to go.
He didn't go.
No, they took him off stage.
He
But he
didn't want
wanted to
finish
stay.
No,
He
he, didn't
wanted
say
to
that.
stay.
No, he said free. What is it? Fight.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said, "Let me
yeah.
stay."
Yeah.
Teddy got shot, but he had the speech was so long and boring that the bullet was in his jacket pocket and it dulled the bullet's impact, and then he finished his speech.
That's so sad for everyone there.
What do you mean sad? It was probably a good speech.
No, but it would be great to see a president die right in front of you.
Mhm.
It would be so sick. It was crazy that Trump got shot on TV.
Nobody really talked
we
about it either.
we kind of forgot about it one day later.
because everyone dislikes Trump. They
But
kinda
dislikes
forgot
Trump,
about
we
it.
would talk about. It's more so that it's like nothing's
Nothing's
surprising
real anymore.
Yeah, nothing's real. Yeah,
Mm.
and plus we
You're
know that
upset.
it was a fit.
Huh?
Are you upset now?
Yeah, I think Teddy Roosevelt sucks. And I
Sure,
don't
why?
like being challenged. on
You
that.
look like him.
No, I don't.
You're doing
He
a
looks
Teddy
more like-
Roosevelt
he
look
looks
right
more
now.
like
You look
Stalin.
at Robin Williams.
I have glasses.
You're
and a
doing Night at the
mustache.
Museum. Robin Williams, Teddy Roosevelt.
No, you
In
just
fact,
don't
you're
know.
doing an impression of an impression.
You just don't even know what people look like.
I know what people look like.
You're like, oh, this guy looks like Stalin. This guy looks like Stalin and
You
Teddy
do a little
Roosevelt.
bit. Stalin, not Teddy Roosevelt.
Young
though.
Stalin. Look it up.
I know what young Stalin looks like.
He's
I have
from
him up-
Georgia.
I have him up in my.
He's
Georgia.
a big
My
old
bedroom.
Georgia boy.
Yeah, I was from Savannah.
Raised on cornbread.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill 20 million.
Million. I like how he says that.
Million. Yeah.
I always wondered about John Bernthal's teeth in that movie Fury.
Who the fuck is that?
He's an actor.
He was the 16th president of the United States.
I didn't learn about that.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite president? You didn't listen to the podcast
JFK?
with Shane and Louie?
No, I don't listen to any podcasts. I didn't even know what this was going to be
JFK
like,
was your
to be
favorite?
honest.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Do
This
you
is
think as a
mostly,
girl,
lighting
do you think he was a piece of ass? Because when I look at him, I'm like, he's mid. That's a mid guy.
He's okay. I think Clinton was probably better looking.
JFK was definitely an angles guy because you see some pictures of him and he's stately and
pretty
handsome.
good.
Everyone's like, it's
And
the
then the
hottest
other
guy ever.
ones, it's like his fucking eyes are all fucked up, and he's like, because he was very sickly. He had
don't
like a
think-
bunch of medical problems.
Like what? He couldn't stop fucking?
He had some kind of, I think it was Addison's disease, is what they diagnosed.
Sounds like a fake girl thing.
Well, they
Yeah,
used
It
to
what
sounds
is
like
Addison's
Lena Dunham
disease?
suffering from her
I
Addison's.
don't know, but he had a bunch of
again.
intestinal problems, and he fucked his back up. Like they kept doing surgeries
Yeah,
on
he
his
had
back
back
and making
problems.
it worse. But
Was he hooked on Oxycontin?
his like disc completely
He was on
degenerated.
speed, I think. Like
And then in World
like
War-
Dr. Feelgood.
In World War
He was
II,
like- everyone
he
was
was
hopped up back
he
then.
was like a PT boat captain. So he's like sitting in this fucking chair, bouncing up and down. He's like completely destroyed his back, and he almost died like 4 times.
But
So
he
you
would
think
hit
that
it.
he was like bad in bed because of that?
No, he would hit it reverse cowgirl because of the back.
Oh,
Apparently,
okay. That's
I think that's
smart.
actually true.
Yeah,
That is
Or at
smart.
least I saw that
he would
in
do a
movie.
reverse booyah.
That was
with,
in a movie. For
A
sure.
reverse booyah.
Yeah, like he would get down on all fours and then pull.
Do you
his,
know about the booyah?
Yeah.
No, it's the booyah.
We've discussed it at great length previously,
I know.
so
I don't
sorry
wanna-
for
I
that.
don't wanna
Sorry
bore
for the
people.
audience,
I
but
don't
no,
wanna bore
Adrienne,
people.
you deserve to know. It's
Yeah,
like,
please tell me.
we're classy guys. We're talking about art.
Yeah.
There was a porn
There's a porn.
preview like
Mhm.
20 years ago on the internet of some black guy putting his nuts in some white lady's ass, and then
And
he,
then pulling
He
them
fit
out.
the nuts in her
and then
ass.
he pops them out and goes booyah.
Yeah,
How did he get them in there?
I don't know, but you just see there's
the
just
term
that clip
booyah
of him
is so
pulling
funny.
his nuts out.
Yeah.
I
and he
know,
goes,
but
he
I
goes,
Saying booyah.
it's getting me good again. Yeah.
It's like abracadabra almost. Yeah.
And then about 6 or 7 years ago on the internet, some gay man pioneered the self booyah, where he had slow
put his balls in his own
he has
ass.
slow motion videos of him showing his ass to the camera and his nuts are stuck in his ass, and then he like leans forward and they pop out and swing, but it's in slow motion, so it's like and
White
it's-
guys can't let black guys have anything.
What do you mean? We're
That was
not.
a black
How do you
guy.
know
That
that?
was a
How do you
black
know
guy.
that
No, 'cause
white
the
guy,
black
that gay
guy-
guy's white? He is white, probably.
He is white. You just said a white guy, didn't you?
But a self booyah, that's a completely different thing. That's the story of America.
He's not doing that against
First
black
of all,
people.
that's not white people taking
He's trying
something.
to,
That is cultural
it's
sharing and
innovation.
collaboration.
It's innovation. Yeah,
It's right.
That's what makes
Sounds
our
like-
country
it's,
great.
It's
Sounds like
literally
stealing.
it's jazz
It
music.
makes
is
our
what it is.
country
stealing.
great. No, that's not mencia.
No, to say that's stealing.
You're acting like that's mencia. No, that guy's trying to advance an art.
Would you say? Are you one of these people that thinks Elvis stole everything?
yes, absolutely.
No. Elvis made
He
it,
put his own spin on stuff.
Exactly.
But like he was basically stealing.
and never without acknowledgement.
I want to talk to you guys about Prize Picks.
About what?
Prize Picks, an app that I downloaded immediately when the advertiser told me to, and I didn't frustrate the client whatsoever by ignoring texts and emails for 5 days.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna do it right now.
guys, Prize Picks is the
Look at how
best
good
place to
Adam's
get real
hair
money.
looks in the light too. By the way,
Backlight. How nice is it?
Very shiny.
Yeah.
Thank you. A great head of hair.
You
Love
can't
that.
see yourself, but you look great also.
Yeah, you
Oh,
look
thank you.
phenomenal
Oh
right
wow,
now.
this is great.
Yeah, you look
Mhm.
incredible.
I actually think you're better looking now.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you should see how much better his skin looks on the camera than it used to. I mean, there's crazy. I saw a
I
still,
looked like I was dying.
a still from the show from
I have
6
bad
months
skin.
ago.
I have dermatitis. It's called. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Get real money sports action. Okay, fine.
It's pretty clunky.
It's a clunky sentence. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on the least at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. So you run your game all season long on Prize Picks, guys. So here's the deal. You can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance plan, so that if you
What?
so if the guy gets hurt, you don't like lose your money. It's funny, like when you're betting or like playing fantasy sports, and a
Like
guy
your
gets
fingers
injured,
get
you're
hurt?
like, "Fuck you, you pussy." Yeah, people act that way about sports. Not me. I'm mature, and I these are human beings. But so they have an injury insurance policy, so that your lineups stay in, even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. So sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed, folks. Prize Picks offers weekly promotions. They can lead to a big payout, like Taco
Probably.
Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. So just think, Justin Jefferson will get more than 83.5 yards next week. Slap it on the over. Lamar Jackson will pass for more than 1.5 TDs. Slap it on the over, guys. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going to go off? Nick, who's going to go off?
The players.
Yep, and that's what I was saying. The players are going to go off. Which ones aren't, Nick?
The haters.
The haters. The
Yeah.
haters.
The player haters.
The haters. That's download the app today. Use the code TAFS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. It's highly encouraged to voice the following Prize Picks tagline, but I just read it. Prize Picks, run your game. Can you say it, Nick? Do you say it?
Prize Picks, run your game.
That's a good one. Can you try it again?
Prize Picks, run your
You got to
game.
do, if you want to do good reads, you got to do a Steven Dorff impression.
Prize Picks, run your game.
That sounded good.
Thank you. All right. Now we're back to the show.
Wow. How's everyone doing?
Good. We're talking about Steven Dorff today.
Yeah, Steven Dorff. Have you seen the film Blade?
No.
Oh, you got to check it out.
I'm going to check it out.
You got to check it out.
I'm
It's
probably
about-
not going to check it out.
It's about what if a black guy was a vampire, but also a human being.
And he bites people, and then he goes, booyah.
And he goes, booyah.
Booyah.
Booyah is the funniest.
That is a really funny catchphrase.
Yeah, right. Especially
Especially
for,
in a sexual
especially
context.
for a black vampire.
Yeah. Booyah.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Candyman should have said booyah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
That would have worked. We could rework that. We could do
Right.
AI.
Helen, booyah. come booyah with me. Helen. Great movie.
So you're getting a lot of heat on this special. I'm sure that
A ton of heat.
Hollywood's calling.
They are.
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing leading lady
Leading lady in a vampire movie.
in a vampire.
She's
Or the
in
black
Titanic,
vampire.
too.
Yeah.
She's playing the boat.
I'm the boat.
Yeah, she's the boat in Titanic, too.
And everyone goes down on
The
me.
leading lady. What?
That's funny.
Oh, okay.
That's mean.
I'm sorry.
Is that mean?
He's saying it's mean. He's whispering at me.
Looking at her, is she pissed?
Oh, no.
It's funny saying that, but
It's
I
very
disagree.
funny.
You're not playing the boat.
I kind of wish
You're playing
I was.
the ocean.
That's the main. Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Sorry, we're in Austin, Texas right now. We're doing free speech.
Yeah.
No, come
Should I
on,
say it like
Adrienne.
Yeah, she's playing the boat.
Yeah.
Let me see
we
who
should
does
do
a
a
better
Hinchcliffe.
Tony.
What's that?
Let me see who does a better Tony.
Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Why you come on my show do open mic? Is that?
No, he
That-
was
that sounds-
more like. Oh, I'm thinking Hans Kim.
talk to her.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty racist.
Well, Hans.
No, Tony did racism first.
I confused
You're both racist.
Hans Kim and Tony
He did the
Hinchcliffe.
racism first.
Which
We are
one
doing
is
a
like?
parody
Oh,
of
it's
racism.
too many
Is this
black
that-
people. Is that Tony or Hans?
Yeah.
It's too many black people outside.
You know,
Which one is it? Tony or
you know what
Hans
I
that does
remember
that?
the other day in the shower. You just like a Chinese guy hearing about Black Lives Matter.
Oh no, a Japanese
A
guy.
Japanese
Oh yeah. A Japanese guy that finds out about Black Lives Matter.
And he just laughs.
No, he's like, "Oh, Black Lives Matter. You don't say." Oh, you don't say.
That's the whole thing.
That's it.
Oh,
breakfast money, you don't say.
That's the entire joke.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, you don't say.
They got
Just
us
mildly
good. I guess
interested.
you're more mature than.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're
Because I just
babies.
think that Black lives do matter, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think all. Yeah, I was no.
No, it seems like you guys don't.
I think family matters.
I think
Family does not
Family
matter.
guys matter.
Actually,
I think family
does not
matters.
matter.
Family does not matter.
No,
But you got. What about your 4 kids?
they don't matter to me.
Where are they right now?
Who knows?
Really?
Because they don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
They're somewhere.
You forgot them.
They're forgotten. I
It
didn't
was like
even,
you forgot
I didn't
like a
even
scarf or a hat.
remember until you brought them up.
Remember how
Really?
disappointed
how
you
long has
were
it
as a
been?
kid when you found out that you couldn't like drive on the rings of Saturn? That it's just rocks?
I think that was just you.
I remember being very disappointed to find out that it's just an illusion, that it's not like a road.
Because the Rainbow Road, Super
Yes.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, but I had fantasies one day maybe they could live on the rings of Saturn, and they're like, no, it's just dust. It's an illusion. It's not real.
Yeah.
I was like, well, fuck.
What was the biggest disappointment of your life, Adrienne?
I think being here.
No, shut up.
I'm
Come
just-
on, you're having
Change
the time
your
of your
lights,
life.
Pete. Change your
You're
lights
having the
up.
time of your life right now.
Make her
I
look-
mean, I was until you brought up.
Make her look real. Let's
Black
change
Lives
the
Matter.
lights.
What? Oh, you're against or for?
I'm very for it.
Well,
You're
you had
for
that
what?
website that was you ran through that guy in India that got 50,
Right.
yeah.
Mhm.
They got $50 billion, but it was said that it was for George, but yeah.
I kept it all.
So $5 million from Netflix. What are we doing? Let's like.
Well, I want to invest in your show, but I want to make some changes.
What do you want to change?
This,
I want you guys to look like you care.
what
Like your
are you
outfits. Your outfits are
Dude,
outfits
I look
are
fucking
terrible.
awesome. I look like Jeff Ross right now, dude. I'm a
That's-
56-year-old
that's
man
not
dressing
great.
like a toddler.
No, we should go. Nick, we're about to be. We should go leather.
Listen, do you guys want to be in biz with me or not?
Okay,
Okay,
if do you think we should go leather?
Not leather, but just like maybe something that matches. You know?
Well, he's white hoodie, I'm black hoodie. It's kind
Yeah.
of like a
No, I want you
cowboy.
guys to
Spy
look the
versus spy.
same.
It's kind of like a white hat, black hat.
I want you guys to coordinate.
I thought about once
Mhm.
we got the new lights, I was so excited about this setup because it took 2 years to get a gaffer in here to do the lights the way they were supposed to.
2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Why would it take so
Because
long?
there was always
Did you
other
guys-
shit going on, and it was a fight about like he'd say the lights aren't important, and then I said, "Look, just trust me
Never
on
said
this."
that.
Listen, when
I
I
never
take
said that.
over, whatever I say goes. You have.
Yeah.
We
can't
do
say
need
anything.
a woman's
Because the
kinda
truth be
touch.
told, I mean, we did have to get the background to light up and be the right color. It's like we had to buy 15 new lights.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably change that when I come in.
What is
Yeah.
your plan?
You're gonna see. Is it
Don't
gonna be a
offend
surprise?
his lights.
And
They're
look how
gorgeous.
cool this looks. It's like a real TV studio.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks
can't-
cool.
the
It does
audience
look
can't
cool.
see it,
That's
but-
true.
Yeah.
When I come in here, there's gonna be a strobe light.
Yeah, we have a strobe. All of these can be set to strobe. You can pick any one of them and they can strobe.
Pete, can you strobe
Do
us?
strobe
us?
a
Not
little
hooked
bit?
up to DMX. We need everything's just controlled.
Do we
from
have
the
different
circuit
looks or
breaker
just
now.
one look right
Just
now?
one look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want different looks.
It's not
We
necessary.
used to
This
have
is-
like a kind of A24 style look at a certain point.
I want you guys also in bowling shirts.
well,
I
we got
kinda
the lights, and I
that.
said,
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna,
like that.
Like
I
the
said I'm
bowling
going to
shirt.
start
like that.
wearing a suit to the show, but I only have one suit, and I don't look good in it anymore. So
What happened that you don't look good in it anymore?
I was vegan for a year, and I started drinking again. So I think I transitioned.
Yeah, he went bowling pin. He was a V and then he
Mm.
went bowling pin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want you guys.
This
both
guy's
in bowling
body has
shirts.
gone through so many transformations. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
I'm like Christian Bale but like imagine if he didn't act, he was just a guy with bad hygiene
It's just a guy who doesn't brush
and
his
a
teeth.
mood disorder.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, Christian Bale. Imagine if he was
A
just
guy
like,
who keeps changing his facial hair.
right, he was
just
like a
to feel
receptionist
different.
somewhere, and they're like, Christian Bale loses 100 pounds.
You do look a little bit like Christian Bale. I see that.
Everybody's
see
saying
it.
I look like everybody.
I see
today.
it.
I know.
Can I just look like Jeff Ross? That's what I want.
Your outfit does. Yes.
Thank you. Good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a grill.
No. Bowling shirts.
It
Bowling
would be
shirt.
really dope if Trump added Roastmaster General to like the cabinet or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with all these wacky picks.
Yeah.
You got Jeff Ross.
Did you say what his
He
wacky
shouldn't-
picks or pigs?
Picks.
Picks.
Oh,
you
I
We
like
know.
should
pigs
make Jeff
better.
Ross the ambassador to China, and he can just go over there and
And
be like,
roast them.
this guy looks like this guy. This guy looks like this guy, and this guy had a baby. They're like, oh, he's right. How is he so good at saying what two guys
you
look
went
right?
there.
Yeah, right.
You really went there.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. So you voted for Trump or no? Or did
I voted for him 6 times
really? I got yelled at.
for voting for Trump.
No, into Kamala. She yelled at me.
Oh.
She peeped, and then I erased it.
Yeah, I don't think she got the black vote.
I think she
hoodie vote,
overwhelmingly
you're
got
saying.
it. It's just that there was less of them.
I don't think she got a lot.
Oh, okay.
I think there was a lot of black Trump, a lot
I
of
think
black
they're
people
blaming
voted for Trump.
Latinos, which is funny. Trump ran from blaming Latinos, and then the Democrats lost, and then blamed Latinos.
Everyone just wants to blame Latinos.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's Mexicans' fault. I can't even believe it because like Democrats
show is
had
so
the respect
racist.
to call them Latinx, and that they didn't.
What's the difference between Latinx and Latinos?
It's like gay Mexican.
Oh, the
It's
X
like-
makes you gay.
like
X gonna give
queer.
it
The
to you.
Latinx,
Isn't that DMX though?
the
X gonna give it to
Latinx ones,
you?
they have like metal skeletons and claws.
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out of their-
Oh,
They're kind of a cyberpunk
Yeah.
version.
they
yeah.
sound kind of cool actually.
Mhm.
I think so,
Some of them
too.
have laser eyes when they touch. One
That's
of them,
helpful.
one of them's handicapped, but he can control things with his mind.
Yeah, yeah. Kind
And
of.
he's sort of the leader of the.
It's similar to
Latinx.
Professor X, but there was a lawsuit and they claim
Mhm.
it's not. Yeah.
One of them is named Beast, and he looks just like Beast from X-Men, but it's actually
A girl.
it's actually someone's wife.
It's like that meme with Peter Griffin. It's like
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
knows
yeah.
someone who looked like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like him with like a Mexican girl's haircut.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good meme. You should check it out.
Uh-huh.
Nick sent it to me one day. And I was taking a poop, and I literally started scream laughing.
There's
in
one
the
named
bathroom.
Magneto. He's covered in drywall screws.
Yeah,
They're just stuck to his body. It would be cool seeing Magneto. His name's Magneto, and he's like wearing like a Looney Tunes denim jacket. He's like poop air pants on.
low rider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
Are you mad at us right
Hey,
now?
Magneto.
No, I love you guys.
Hey,
Magneto.
Magneto.
I'm just
Magneto.
taking
Magneto.
in what I'm signing up for.
Oh,
I'm taking
Magneto.
over the show.
Home Depot.
Home Depot. Home Depot. Magneto.
Home Depot. That's how you're
Home
supposed to say it.
Depot.
I have to go see Home Depot Magneto.
Home
He's
Depot.
very mad at me.
You
I
do
hope-
pretty good at Hispanic.
I hope
voice.
he does not use a metal on me.
He's so scary.
Magneto is so mad. I hope he does not use a metal on me.
He found out he can control metals in the Holocaust.
That's very scary.
And
Mexican.
also, I think the actor is gay.
Mm-hmm.
Is true? No.
That's kind of the subtext of X-Men, that Hitler was kind of right because he was trying to
I
kill
don't know
Magneto.
about that.
Well, Magneto's a bad guy.
It is
It's
kind
like,
of
see?
it's confusing for me. It
Now
is
look,
confusing for
what's
me.
happening.
It is confusing for me.
This boy was already in the jail.
Yeah, we had him.
Yeah.
We
We
had
captured Magneto 100 years ago.
We almost got him.
Hitler went back in time to stop Magneto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, again, you're using Hitler, not Stalin.
Because
Hitler, because Magneto was in Auschwitz. Stalin didn't do that.
Back to the initial point. Who did Stalin kill?
Everyone.
Name one.
They
Name one
died
person.
in war, and he
Tell
had
me
no
who the
re-
Drake Terrace.
Drake Terrace?
Yeah.
From Degrassi?
No.
Oh.
Who's
somebody
Drake
else.
Terrace?
You never heard of him?
The Hotline Bling?
No, the guy that invented.
That's like a name a con man comes up with.
Drake
When he's
Terrace.
trying to get like $200 out of a laundromat.
Yeah, is that a Chase bank?
Yes, my name is Drake
this guy was
Terrace.
killed,
I dropped
and now you're
off.
just making fun of him.
I dropped off my suit here a week ago.
How did he
You've
die?
lost it. It's Drake Terrace. Check again. Well, that was a $5,000 suit. Drake Terrace.
Drake Terrace is a great name.
I will accept $25 in cash for this malfeasance. Thank you very much.
And I won't be doing my business here any
Baby,
longer.
it's time to hit the scratch offs. it's pay dirt. $25 from the laundromat. Drake Terrace strikes again.
Drake Terrace is a great name.
Yeah.
I think you're just jealous.
I'm not what am I jealous of?
It's a great name.
This dead guy from Russia?
He's not from Russia.
I thought you said Stalin killed him.
I have the best fake name in the world. It's better than Drake Terrace.
What is it?
Orlando Bloom.
Not as good.
I think Orlando Bloom might be the best fake name.
It's crazy. It's for a white guy too.
Yeah, I know.
Orlando?
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my name.
You kind of look like him too.
He does.
Thank you. That's what I mean. I'm just a white guy.
Yeah.
I look like all of them.
You look like a lot of whites.
Mhm.
Teddy Roosevelt, Stalin, fucking MLK Jr.
Yeah.
Who's the other
Junior,
one?
Junior.
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah. Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
And then the black version would be Jacksonville Flower. I'm the black. I'm the black Orlando Bloom, Jacksonville Flower.
I'm Tampa Flores.
Mm-hmm. I told Dan Soder, it was a couple years ago. Dan's from Aurora, Colorado. That's the town he's from.
Yeah.
I saw a headline out of Aurora, Colorado.
Tragedy.
And it was about a murder. These two guys murdered somebody, and the headline was Aurora Cousins indicted on murder. It was two black guys, but they only had a picture of one of the black guys. So I thought it was a black guy named Aurora Cousins.
That's actually a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to figure it out. It's like the two were, I'm like, what do you mean the two? There's Aurora Cousins, and who's the other guy?
I like that.
Yeah. A little tidbit.
Why do they only have one guy, though? The picture of only one guy.
I don't know. Because they're like, yeah, these guys look
Yeah,
the
they're
same.
just-
The other
They're
guy looks
cousins.
like him, too.
They're
They're
cousins.
Yeah. Practically twins.
Mm-hmm.
I saw these on Instagram. There are these two guys who look like twins,
Mm-hmm.
but both of their parents were identical twins who got married to each other. And they're technically cousins, but they
Right.
looked exactly the same because both their parents. Yeah, it was a guy identical twin married a girl identical twin, and then his brother married her sister. And then they were born like a week apart, but they look exactly like the same guy.
I mean, that makes sense.
It kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
that's not, I don't understand why that's news even.
It's not news. It was
It-
an
it's
Instagram
like-
reel of
What
two
are their
Mexican guys.
Well,
that
it's
look the
news.
same.
Instagram is the news.
Yeah,
these
it is
days.
the news to me.
That's where I get my news.
Yeah.
Did they have kids?
The two guys, the
Mhm.
scientists are working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. I thought you said it was a guy that married his girl cousin.
No, two sets of twins, two guys, two girls, both
Right.
had kids.
One guy, one girl, one guy, one girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then their kids just looked exactly the same.
When I was at
makes
Cobb's this
sense.
weekend, at one of the shows, there was two guys that came up to me, and they were twins, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. You're twins, haha. And then, like, 10 minutes later, there were two sets of twins at the show. And that's, what is that called? Clustering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A super cluster. What is it called?
Where was the school?
The school?
You said you did a college gig, right?
No, I did Cobb's.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
said college
No, I said
gig.
San Francisco, and your brain probably turned that into college because you hate those
Probably.
college liberals.
You don't like those, yeah.
Yeah.
I am a college liberal. I'm still in college.
Where
Oh.
are you going?
San Francisco.
Phoenix
Oh,
online.
SFU.
SFU.
Phoenix online.
Shut
Are
the
you
fuck up.
you're a sorority too?
No, I'm not in a sorority. I can't do it.
You can't
I'm
do
sober.
it. Really?
Yeah.
There's a big expectation of drinking. at
I
those
know.
things.
So that's why I can't get into it again,
Really? But why don't you join like the nerd one?
I mean, I guess I could.
Yeah.
But don't they still drink?
Yeah, but there's less pressure on them. They
Like, if
kind
you
of
don't wanna-
celebrate
you could
their
just be like,
differences.
I'm good, and then be like,
Yeah.
okay, instead of like forcing you to drink.
Yeah, they'd be like, we celebrate that difference in you. There's
Got it.
just one where all the leftovers go.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's a film called
I'll look into it.
The House Bunny with Anna Faris. I learned all about it there because she gets kicked out of the Playboy Mansion, then goes to to a college because she has nowhere to live, and then joins the nerd girl sorority.
I mean, I'm gonna look at all of this stuff when I go
It's
there.
a great film. It's a Happy Madison.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, go ahead and check it out. And to all the viewers, check that
Check
out.
it out.
Should I get into online college? But then I'm
Do you
trying.
want to go to college with me?
I want to do online college, and I want to try and get like an Animal House going in the chat room, where I'm like, guys, let's play pranks on the professor, dude. I'm gonna DM him child porn, and I'm like, guys, it's college.
They'll think that's hilarious.
Hey, guys, it's
actually,
fucking
yeah.
college.
You should do
Let's
it.
play
The dean
pranks.
is always busting our
yeah, I know.
balls.
Let's fucking send it.
Get
Let's
the
hack
dean to
his.
lighten up.
Yeah.
Let's send his account stuff and play pranks.
Let's order 500
Yeah.
pieces.
Uh,
to his
let's-
house.
Send a child to
yeah,
his
right.
house and he'll fuck it.
Dude, it's Animal House at Phoenix University.
Let's go to the girls and do a panty raid.
Right. Let's hack into the girl's computer and jack off to them when they don't know their cameras are on. Like Animal House.
Like
at
Porky's.
Phoenix on a yeah.
You're gonna need that gun.
I'm
I
doing
gotta
it.
be honest.
For what? Hunting women?
You're gonna get shot.
It's
for
just
sure.
like a 65-year-old man, like a guy that just learned English, like an immigrant.
Yeah.
It's a cool squad.
Yeah, the Indian guy on online college. I keep calling him Booger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your nickname, brother.
You're a booger.
Don't you fuck call me that.
Yeah. I don't want to be Booger.
Why
hey
am I
man, I
booger?
finally watched Revenge of the Nerds. Booger is the one that is cool. He has leather jacket.
He's actually cool.
Yeah.
He has Elvis aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
I love the king.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So we could check out your special once again on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's called The Dark Queen.
Yep. $5 million.
$5 million.
What's the inspiration for that name?
Ari kind of gave it to me because I just kind of talk about dark topics, I guess, or my approach to life. I like wearing black.
The little Ari Shafir bon mot.
Yeah.
He's shaved half his head. It looks kind of cool.
Well, it's gone now. Now
Oh.
it's just all one length.
Oh.
His head and his face. So.
Oh, interesting.
But for a while, yeah, he was just half.
Half. Oh yeah.
Half shaved,
half.
half
Yeah,
unshaved.
yeah.
Yeah. Now it's just all one length.
He's a great guy. Shout out to Ari Shafir.
Ari
everyone.
Shafir is great. Yeah.
One of the best in the biz. Shout out to Adrienne.
Thank
one of
you.
the best in the biz.
Shout out to Louis. Louis directed it.
Shout out to Louis C.K., one of the best in the biz.
You guys are the best in the biz too.
No.
You're not, but
really.
I just wanted you to feel good.
No, we feel
That's not gonna
terrible.
make me feel good lying to me.
Yeah, what
But
do
it
you
wasn't a lie.
What are you giving
I
us
was
a
being pretty. I was
patronizing
being
Why are you giving
pretty
us up? You
sincere.
said Louis and then you said us and then we would
I
have
wanted you to-
participation
I wanted you to
trophy.
feel
I'm friends
good.
with Louis, by the way, so I don't even have to fucking.
She's
be
friends
here.
with
Anyways,
Louis.
great podcast.
We don't have
guys.
any friends and
Fucking
everyone
dickheads.
hates us. Everyone
I
hates
was
us.
gonna. I was gonna revamp the show for you guys.
We're the least popular guys in the world and everyone hates us. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us today. It's been a great podcast.
Thank
you, Adrienne.
very much.
Thanks for having
and let's
me.
keep it going for Pete. For
Let's keep it
bringing
going
me
for
the replacement
Pete.
microphone and the lights. They look amazing.
Let's give it up for the
You
set.
gotta-
Pete gave me this water.
You got to see yourself on these fucking on the monitor.
You
I mean,
are going to
you know,
look
like,
incredible.
You're gonna say
Oh my God.
I've never been. I finally found my light
I
here.
can't wait.
Yeah.
I am,
so
is that
excited.
Megan Fox?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's me. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.